Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Furniture Painters Unite member spotlight. My name is Helena, and I am from Gink Design. I am based in Northern Ireland, and tonight I am joined by the lovely Deirdre Bader from Second Wind Vintage Second Wind TVG, and she is based in New York. So we're transatlantic tonight. Hi, Deirdre.
Hello. Hi.
Thanks for agreeing to do this.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thanks for asking.
I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited for this one because Deirdre is one of our, if not the most efficient and best admin of the Furniture Painters Unite groups. She's an amazing admin, but she also does amazing hand-painted pieces. And she is also, well, to me, Deirdre is an encyclopedia of furniture and furniture history and all the different makes and brands. And she's very, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to furniture and the history of furniture. So we're going to talk a bit about that later. First of all, Deirdre, for anyone who doesn't know you, can you just give me a wee introduction and tell me how you got started in this industry?
Oh yeah, so I've always liked art and history. I went to school for history, and then I was like, I don't want to do any of these things that history degree will give me. So I did culinary. And then when my husband and I bought our house, we were like, okay, we have a real place. We're adults now. Let's get rid of IKEA and all this junky furniture. It's falling apart and it's no good. And then we went to the nice places. In the US, we have Raymore and Flanagan and stuff like that. And it was still particle board and press board and junky. And they're like, $1,000, please. So I started doing it for our house. I would go on Craigslist or Marketplace, fix it up a little bit. And my house is this big. I have a hobbit house. So it filled up pretty quick, and I liked it. And it scratched my history itch and my art itch. So eventually I was making enough that I didn't have to do cooking.
Brilliant.
So I picked this one because I can still cook dinner.
Still
being a chef, that was the only thing you can do unless you never
liked it. So. And did you get a qualification in art? Did you go to art college or?
No, I just always liked it. I don't have any formal art stuff. I just always appreciated art history and stuff like that. I would always be working on some sort of doodle or whatever in class, because if I wasn't doing anything, the teacher was just talking, I'd probably be off somewhere else. But if I was doing something, I was occupied and able to listen. And so I was always sketching something, drawing something, stuff like that. And I always like making stuff, being creative. That's why the culinary, being a chef, is good too.
Yeah, that's very it's when you're painting, you're like a mixologist, and then those are skills that you can transfer from being a chef over to art and trying new things and being innovative. Innovative, is that a word? Have I just made up a word?
Now.
We're being very innovative.
Innovation.
Yeah, you were an innovation person.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been doing this then? How long?
Probably about 4 years.
Yes, that's great.
I would say 4 years.
So that was before COVID, obviously. The pandemic, I don't know about the US, but the pandemic here did wonders for our industry. Our industry boomed because people were in the house and they couldn't go to shops, and they were on the internet, and that's where we are on the internet, showing them amazing what can be done with a piece of vintage furniture. And I love your hand painted pieces.
Thank you.
As I said to you, one of the pieces that you painted was very Salvador dolly-ish.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved it. And I remember that was the first time you caught my eye, and I was like, wow, this girl's got skills. Who is she?
Thank you.
Let me see more. So do you have a shop then, or do you just sell online?
Yeah, so I don't have my own place, but I like rent space in a collective shop.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, so like I know you guys have the same thing there. Like here it's a big shop and they like divide it up into little sections and you can rent a space.
that's cool.
Yeah, and it depends on each shop has their own like contracts or whatever they're
Yeah,
working for. So like you always pay rent. Some of them make you pay a percentage also of your sales, but like I wouldn't do that. It's like doubly like how are you making your profit then? And then some of them you like it's part of the contract like you would work like a day a month or something like that.
all
So
right,
that
okay.
way like I have a shop but I don't have to be in said shop.
Yeah, and then you don't have the worry, about
Right.
about fixing it, and
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So that's great. And you're based. Are you right in New York? I've never been to New York. I always say I would love to
Yeah.
go to New York. I've always said I would love to go to New York, and I would love to go to Texas. I don't know why. They're probably two extremes, but
Yeah.
so you're right in the heart of New York.
Yeah. So I'm like half an hour east of the city.
Cool. That's so cool.
So
I
like
just think it's
I
so
mean
cool.
it's like suburban, it's not like city-y. But it's like it's right there, which is good for me because it's like a giant customer pool. So like
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
if no matter what I do, like someone there is gonna like it. So I don't have to think
Yeah.
so hard about like I'm able to be more free with my
Yeah, you've
stuff.
got amazing freedom then, because you can just create, and you don't have to worry about creating something that you think might sell.
Yeah.
So that's fabulous. To have that freedom, that's great. I think that's why a lot of us are online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like because your customers aren't going to walk past your shop here if you had a shop. Your customers are going to find you on Etsy, or on Instagram, Pinterest.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I always like I have my booths and stuff, and yeah, I get walk-ins about half the time, but still most of the time, like the people that buy the furniture, like I had taken my stage picture, or whatever, and I still post on my Instagram, on Facebook, on Craigslist, and all those places, and half the time the person saw it there, and then they go pick it up at the
All
shop.
right. Yeah.
So like you still have to kind of like hustle and promote yourself, and it's not like you just leave it there and then like kick up your feet. Like you treat it like it actually is your own shop, and it'll be like a successful thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. A lot of your see a lot of when you buy your pieces, or when you find a piece, like you were saying before, that you have a love of history, and that comes through when you post, because when you find a piece of furniture, you really do research it, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll look it up. Like at this point, like most of this stuff I'm like I know what that is, so I don't have to do stuff. But like in the beginning when I didn't know anything, like I would just Google, like
Yeah.
even if there isn't a label, like I'm trying to remember the name of the website. I think it's thesprucecrafts.com. They have an excellent like breakdown of different furniture styles.
All right.
So and then it'd be like this style was popular at this time, So
Yeah.
based on the style, it can be like you're probably from the 20s or whatever. And that was a good site to just like get your toes wet, kind of.
Yeah. I've never heard of that before. I just ask you.
A lot of people do. It's like a party trick. That and what type of wood this is. I get that a lot.
Yeah, but I think what you offer, because you are so knowledgeable, I think it's great when you are selling something, because you can offer the customer, an era, a probable manufacturer if there's no stamp, or if there's no label, the wood,
Yeah.
Even the methods used, you would be able to say that. So I think that's great, and it's maybe something that I should put on my to-do list. And instead of just saying vintage, stroke retro, stroke old, stroke. I think
That works too.
I think that's what's in my description. Everything's maybe deco, maybe art nouveau, really old. I think I wrote that one time. Writing desk for sale, really old.
Yeah. Well, like it differs from place to place too. Like
Yeah.
Certain styles here are at a different time than like by you. Like
Yeah.
I think like when I'm like, oh, that's Art Deco or whatever, everyone's always like, that's the 50s or whatever. And when I'm looking on like the group, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And like, but for us, Art Deco is like the 30s.
30s, yeah.
You know, it's like slightly
would be earlier and
different, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think probably you're right. What's the trends like over in the States? What's the trends in New York for furniture? Here, it was mid-century modern. You know, the prices went ridiculously high because there was such a big demand for it.
Yeah.
So what's popular now?
So in I would say in New York, because the U.S. is huge, and everyone's an individual
So
here.
look, I'm from Ireland. I'm from Ireland.
Like,
I can drive from the top of Ireland to the bottom of Ireland, and then across in 2 days. The whole thing.
Yeah. So
every pub.
So I would say East Coast, New York, definitely mid-century modern. Everyone's like gaga for that at the moment too. And I've noticed, like, at least for me, like, I don't always paint stuff. Like, I keep a lot of my pieces of wood. And those always go like in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like anywhere else in the U.S., like they still like light and bright. They're still into like the farmhousey trend. So it really in California, it's still like mid-century modern and everything.
Okay.
But they like, because I have friends out there and like, oh, I wish people liked wood. I'm like, did you try? And they're like, yes. It didn't work.
Didn't work.
So yeah, so I think that's like a weird pocket I'm in. But New York, those, and then in the city, sometimes like I don't know how to explain it, like really blingy. Like I painted this like purple with like crystal knobs, and I put like gilding wax on like the carvings, like just an over the top like
RuPaul
singer. Yeah.
Yeah, I call my pieces all drag race pieces.
Yeah.
You know, the more gold leaf, the more yeah, I like that. I like that sort of thing. Although I do like to do different things to show versatility, and I suppose you do as well. Because you can, because you're so talented, and you can, like that piece behind you that's hand painted, yes?
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, this was it's based on, there's a painting called The Wood Whisperer. I forget the name of the artist. It hung in my living room, like a print of it that I got off Amazon, not the actual thing. For a while, and then I found an actual art piece that I swapped it out. But like every time I looked at it, it reminded me of like a part in Slaughterhouse-Five, which is my favorite book. So I did that. I was like, I can paint that. So I did, and I put a Pooty Wheat, which is a quote from it, on the bottom. Smoked it up a little bit. The original were like bright.
The effect is beautiful as well. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
It is. Great job. Love it. I love your work. I love that. As I say, that girl with the big hair.
Yeah, that was on the flowering of inspiration. So it was just like flowers.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. I loved it. That was really good as well. And I do appreciate all the detail that you put in, because as you've just described, that you've done that piece behind you, and you've been inspired by a painting, and then you've also the fine detail of putting a quote on it. And all that. That's great. For anyone starting out, if anybody's watching this and they're in New York and they're thinking, I want to start out, what would be your top tip or advice would you give anyone starting out?
I would say first, if you're next to such like a big population center, like I said before, like do what you want and what you like. Like, don't, if like you're not into like the white chippy business, like don't do that. Do the other thing, because if you like it, someone else is gonna like it, and they're gonna be really, really happy about it. So that would be and also like we do this because we like it, like also money, but like we started because we enjoy it, you know, and like if you're doing a style you don't like then it's not fun anymore. You're not enjoying it, like then why are you?
Absolutely, it becomes more,
So number one thing, do what you and the second thing, like social media presence, online stuff, very important. Like not so much like getting a lot of followers from everywhere, although that helps too, but like just building up like a nice little local following. So like on your posts for like Facebook Marketplace, like I always put follow me at Second Wind VTG on Instagram and Facebook, for more pieces. Because then like if someone sees what you did and they love it, but it doesn't fit, it's the wrong color, they can't afford it right now because they're like starving student or whatever, but they're like, but I like it, so they follow you, and then they get an actual job and they move, you do something that's slightly bigger or smaller, and now it fits, like, and then they'll see it because they're following you, and then you made a sale. So like you just kind of like bank customers.
Like try and get returning customers. That's good advice. Because I know that especially on Instagram, it can't now on Instagram having a lot of followers can help you. Because the companies, see you and say, but at the same time, the advice I've always been given from other furniture painters or furniture artists that are huge on Instagram, they would say, try to stay low, try to keep your numbers low, and try and have the people that follow you, that they engage with you. There's no point in having 100,000 followers if only the same two people comment on your stuff. So that's it all does my head, and I'm not very good at social media. But I just like meeting people and talking to people, and that seems to work on Instagram as well.
Yeah, like you need those people who are going to be excited about it and say things, because otherwise it's like it's an algorithm-based system, and like if there aren't people like liking and commenting, it thinks like no one wants to see this, and it doesn't show it to people. So like, you gotta build
it makes sense, doesn't it? That and then there's all the new platforms now. Are you on TikTok?
No. I don't know. I'm like a complete Luddite. Like this. Well, I was like, it's idiot proof, right? We're good? Okay, cool. So like I'm not like I mean Instagram is like I didn't have an Instagram before I started doing this. I did it because people would be like, oh, let me know if you have it smaller, bigger, larger, different color, this thing, this thing, this thing. And I used to have like a Word document and a list. And then it just got to the point where I was like, there's too many things. I can't remember this. This is crazy. So I'd just be like, follow me and let me know. So like, I don't know. And like, there are reels. Like, I enjoy doing reels. Reels are fun.
But TikTok is exactly the same as reels.
Yeah, to me, that's like doubling and another app I'm going to put on there, and another thing people are going to message me from.
Well, I think it was good before Reels. Then it was good. Reels has got better now to make your Reels, but I mean, I'm sitting here talking as if I'm an expert, and I think my videos on TikTok get 37 views. My children actually say to me, "How did you do that? Like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Why are you so bad?" I'm like, I don't know. But so I definitely have not mastered TikTok. Definitely do not know how that works, how the algorithm works there. I think somebody said you need to be posting every single day on TikTok at least 6 times a day, and I thought that work. That's too much. That's too much work, and it's definitely not for me. And I don't like putting my face on anything either. So I'm definitely not a TikToker. And then there's Pinterest. So are you on? Do you do a lot of Pinterest or?
No, I probably should do that. It's an easy image thing, and
you've got a fantastic.
I should do that, but.
Yeah, but you've what you've said. You're in a brilliant position because you have all those people, who see your stuff and walk past, and I'm in the countryside in the north of Ireland, so I need to be everywhere and try to get seen. So what's for the future? What's next?
Pretty much same stuff. Finding more cool things and fixing them up, or painting.
What's your favorite? What paint do you use? What's your favorite medium?
I use general finishes.
Oh yeah.
I'm a serial like mess around with her. Like I'll buy a color and I'll be like, a little more of this, and like I'll mess with it no matter what. So
Yeah.
generally, general finishes has excellent primary colors. So generally, I just use their yellow, their blue, their red, black, and white, and I make my own thing because and this way, like my shelf is, it's not neat. That's a lie. But the paint section is very like, I don't have like 50,000 colors of different stuff.
Well, I sort of do, but general finishes. I use general finishes top coat. I love it, but I didn't know they did paint. I didn't know, because general finishes, I don't know if they've been here long or maybe I've just missed missed the fact that they did paint. I didn't know that they did.
It's a US based paint. They're in like Minnesota or something.
Yeah, I got general finishes milk paint recently, navy blue.
It's not really milk paint, but yeah.
No, I think it's actually, it said, because it said milk paint on it.
Yeah, it's really confusing. So
that confused me, yeah. But yeah, so I really like general finishes top coats. And I'll maybe get some of their paint to add to my 3000.
Yeah, it's like fusion, so like it's a resin.
Oh yeah.
Base, whatever. It says milk paint on it because that's like when it's dry, it has the same like slight sheen and looks like a traditional old milk paint finish. Yeah. But it's a resin-based paint.
So it's very hard burn. It's a very hard, very tough paint if it has.
Yeah, so like I do like distress it and stuff. But like I have to do it like as soon as it dries. Like if I waited until the next day and tried to distress it, it would be really, really annoying.
You'd have to distress it with a sledgehammer. You'd have to distress it with a sledgehammer.
Yeah. Yeah, jackhammer, sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's seriously like I would, if I wait till the next day and I try and go at it with like 220 grit sandpaper, nothing happens. It's crazy.
You know what?
Like I'll get like a little lighter, like whatever, like to get down to like the wood or anything. It's insane. Like I did that once because I got distracted and I forgot to do it. I was like, oh, I'll try.
That's really good to know. That's really good to know, because the American, because it's an American brand. I've used their top coats. I didn't realize they had paint until last year. But it's good. So it's good to know this, because I think the big paint from America then is Dixie Belle, which is here. It's everywhere, and then we have Fusion from Canada, which also is everywhere. So it's really good to know. And we have Wise Oil as well. So we have Wise Oil, 1 hour enamel. So we have they're coming over. So it's good to know. It's good to know that that's the properties of it, that it is hard wearing, because I'll definitely try it. Even for legs, even for just legs.
Yeah, that'd be good, because then you don't actually really have to. Like I always put a top coat on anyway, because people are not careful or nice or considerate with their furniture at all. No,
you're not. So
like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like if I'm doing it for me, like maybe I'll be like, all right, whatever. But I don't trust you, so. No,
you're right. You're right not to trust anyone.
But you could totally get away with it, like if it was like a base or a leg or something like that, just not the top part.
Yeah, just so anywhere that's going to get a wee bit of a knock with a brush or a hoover, or
yeah. Just a knock would probably be fine, because I went out with sandpaper and it was fine.
Sorry, my dog's made me jump there.
Okay, my cat's been circling. I don't think you've been able to see her though, but she keeps on like.
Yeah, no, I did see her. She was trying to get a bit of the attention.
Yeah.
Every single interview I've done, the dogs have barked, or they've had a fight, or so. Yeah, they're just staying true to form.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like she hears another person, she's like, "Who's that?
Where's the voice?
Like, what is this? Doesn't concern you. Go away."
And what's happening?
Yeah. And after we stop, she's gonna go around the house and open every cabinet. She can open like the cabinet doors and check to see what's hiding in there. That's what she's gonna do.
Can she really go around open all the doors?
Yeah, she can open. She opens drawers and everything. Like she uses her paw like a little hand. She's gonna open everything and check to see if you're in there.
Has she got thumbs?
Well, I like watched her do it because I have like my nightstand has like a magnetic like catch, and like I guess she has like big paws or whatever. She'll like put it around and just do that, and it opens.
TikTok would love that, you know.
Yeah, I should. I have to catch it.
You need to just start a TikTok and do one video of her.
Yeah.
On her
She's
big
really
paws.
cute, so I think it would do well, and she makes funny noises too. So I should. I'll put my husband and he can do the cat.
But not for furniture, just the cat on TikTok.
Yeah, that would probably do amazing.
And then slip a piece of furniture in the next one behind the cat.
Yeah, like I did this piece of furniture. She's gonna open it.
Yeah, we've just discovered your unique selling point on TikTok. You're going to be famous.
Yeah, I have a cat star. So
yeah, cats and drawers. That's what you should call it. Cats and drawers. Well, listen, thank you so much, Deirdre. I've kept you for half an hour now. Thanks so much for doing this.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's I don't know, if near 10 o'clock at night in Ireland. And what time is it in New York?
It is 4:45, so almost dinner time.
Almost dinner time. Well, listen, thank you so much, and I hope everyone goes and checks out all your amazing work.
Thank you so much for having me. And
no, thank you, and
see you
soon. Bye.